Hey there, friends. Today we are going to do a little directed drawing of a scarecrow. A scarecrow you might find on the farm, or it's kind of a symbol of the season of fall. So, grab something to draw with, grab a piece of paper. I'm going to use a Sharpie marker so it's easier for you to see, but the best tool is usually to use a pencil so you can keep it light till you get it right, and if you ever need to erase, you can do so. So, we're going to use some shapes to start with. So, I'm going to go with an oval. An oval's a stretched out circle, if you remember. So, I'm going to get that oval. This is going to be the head, and believe it or not, we're going to make a pumpkin for the head of our scarecrow. And we're actually going to make two scarecrows today. So, I'll show you one way and then another after. So, we have our oval head. Now we're going to use a three-sided shape for the eyes and nose. Does anybody know a three-sided shape? If you're thinking of a triangle, you're right. A triangle has three sides, so I'm going to use a triangle for two eyes, and a third triangle for a little nose in between in the middle. So now I have three triangles that all have three sides. Now I'm going to use a jagged line, a zigzag, for the mouth. So a zigzag or jagged line goes down, up, down, up, down, up, over and over. It's almost like a pattern. And if you want, you could do a little rosy cheek at the end of your zigzag. It's up to you. Now, pumpkins, like the ones I had in my classroom, they are round shapes, so they have curved round lines instead of straight lines on the pumpkin. So instead of making straight vertical lines, we're going to make curved lines that kind of go through the head, that curve around the round pumpkin. Alright, now we're going to make the hat. So the hat is going to be like a big ring around its head for the brim of the hat. So I'm going to start by making a curved line again, almost like a rainbow from the left side to the right side, and that rainbow is going to rest right on top of the pumpkin. So I'm going to start to the left, rest on top of the pumpkin head, and go down to the right, almost hitting the edges of my paper. Then I'm going to connect those edges to the middle of the pumpkin head, and that's the brim of the hat. It's going to be a big hat. Alright, now we're going to use a diagonal line, one on the left, one on the right. Diagonal, diagonal. Now we're going to make a horizontal line. So horizontal is flat side to side to connect our diagonals. So we're using our Mondrian lines and to make our scarecrow. So we're always building on our vocabulario, our vocab. Alright, now I'm going to do another curved line to make a fun little stripe on the hat right there. Boom. Maybe I'll make two. You can make as many as you want. Alright, now we're going to use a little straw coming out of the neck of our pumpkin head, and it's going to be kind of like a zigzag again. So the straw is just going to come in, out, in, out, in, out with different lines that are kind of at an angle, so they're diagonal. Now we're going to make a square body or square shirt. So a square has how many sides? 4. Cuatro. So the first side is going to be the pumpkin that takes care of it. Then we have one vertical line, one horizontal line, a second vertical line, and then it kind of makes the square. And then I'm going to use circles to make some buttons. I'm going to go with 3 buttons. You can make as many buttons as you want. 1, 2, 3 buttons. I might even make a patch on the shirt with a rectangle, kind of a stretched out square. So like a pocket patch right there. Boom. Alright, for the legs, we're going to start by almost making the letter A. It's almost like a triangle, the start of a letter A, a capital letter A that is. So I'm going to go up and down. So actually the capital A are those vertical, horizontal, or diagonal lines. Diagonal. Then from the bottom of my started A, I'm going to make 2 horizontal lines. Boom. Then I'm going to go slightly diagonal or slightly vertical back up to the shirt to connect. Right at the corner. Right at the corner. And now he's got legs. And I might make another little rectangle patch on his knee. And to make it look like a patch this time, I'm going to make little stitches. So little stitches on each side of his little patch. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see better. Alright, and the poor scarecrow, he's hanging on the wood branch or stick, and so his arms are horizontal, straight out like this. So I'm going to make horizontal lines on each side. And I'm going to make a twin line that's the exact same length and still horizontal right underneath. And then I'm going to connect them with a vertical. Boom, boom. Now, just like our zigzag straw that's coming out of the neck there, we're going to have it coming out of the hands and the feet as well. So I'm running out of room on my paper, so I'll just do little zigzags there. I'll do little zigzags here. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the feet. So straw is just sticking right out of his pants there. And then you can decorate the patches, the pockets, the shirt. I might go plaid and do vertical mixed with horizontal to make kind of a checkerboard plaid. And I'll do the same thing over here. So you can make patterns, you could use lines, you could design an outfit. Maybe it's going to be wavy lines on the pocket. Maybe it's going to be polka dots on the knee patch. Whatever you want. Then, if you want your scarecrow to be on the stick out in the field, you could also have the stick coming, like sticking onto his back, so it's through the legs there, and then maybe you have some grass, patch of grass. So I'll just use some crazy zigzag line. Kind of creates texture of the grass below. And then if you read the story that I read about the scarecrow's hat, maybe you even want to include the chicken, or maybe you want to include more pumpkins. So I could add maybe a pumpkin in there. Maybe you even want crows. So maybe I'll put a little crow up on this guy's hat. And crows are black. I'm going to use a three-sided triangle to create the beak. And then little feet there. Maybe one's flying to the hat. And I use two triangles to make it look like the beak's open this time. And there's his little wings. This one's flying. And maybe he's singing a song too. Put some music notes there. Mrs. Reese would like that. So that's one option for a scarecrow, and you can add anything you want in the background. Boom. Now I'm going to show you another way to draw a scarecrow, maybe like a little nugget sidekick if you want to draw them together. So I will get a new piece of paper if you want to do another scarecrow as well, or another version. So we're going to start this time with the eyes. So the eyes are going to be round circles. I'm going to do 1 and 2. Once you have your 2 circle eyes, you're going to make another smaller circle up in the top right corner of each. And we're going to leave that little guy white. That's going to be like the shine in his eye. And then with your pencil or marker or whatever else you want to color with, I'm going to fill the rest in, the bigger part, black. So then that little white's like the shine in his eye. Then we're going to make the letter U for a little smile in between his eyes. The letter U. What a cute little smile. And then you could also, kind of like the patch on this scarecrow, you could make some little stitches to look like the mouth was stitched on. How cute. Alright, we're going to use a zigzag again. This time the zigzag is going to be for the hair of this guy. So I'm going to make my zigzag have some different length hair, like that. You could have it all the same length zigzag, or not. It's up to you. And then I'm going to connect that with a little curve, like so. Now, I'm going to use another letter U to make the sides and the chinny chin chin of the scarecrow. So I'm going to start at the hair. I'm going to go down, I'm going to curve around. It's a big U to the other side, and boom, stop at the other side of the hair. Just like that. Then we're going to treat the brim of this hat as if it's almost like the planet Saturn. Saturn has those rings, so we're going to make a ring around our scarecrow head to be the brim of the hat. So we're going to start on the left-hand side. We're going to go out and around all the way to the other side. Boom, it's like Saturn's ring going around his head. Alright, next we're going to make almost like the letter M for the top of his hat. This hat's going to kind of have a little dip in the middle. So I'm going to go up and dip and up and down. It's almost like the letter M, isn't it? Kind of like a little lazy, smooth M. And if you want, you can connect a little line there. I might even make a little patch on his hat with some stitches too. Why not? I'll put polka dots in. You can put whatever you want in your patch. You don't even have to have a patch if you don't want. Alright, going on to shirt and legs. We're going to have this one wearing overalls. How about that? That'll be a little different. So, down at a diagonal, over horizontal, up diagonal, down diagonal, over horizontal, up diagonal, back to the head. So it's like his shirt and pants are going to be combined because they're going to be overalls. So halfway, we're going to make a curved line. Then we're going to make the straps of the overalls. So the straps are going to be 4 lines, 2 on each side. 2 on the left, 1, 2. 2 on the right, 1, 2. Then I'm going to make little buttons to connect those straps to the pants. Little round buttons, circles, just like that. And if you want, go for another patch. I'm feeling like adding some patches to this guy. I don't know why. Just feeling it. Put a little design in there. Alright, for the arms, again, they're going to be out horizontal, just like before. So like little rectangles out to the side. And then we'll have plenty of room for straw for the hands, straw for the feet. So straws sticking out of both ends for hands, both ends for feet. Just little zigzag textures. Boom. Those are pretty big feet. You could make them smaller if you want. And then I'll put the stick on this guy too, the post. I might even add some squiggle marks to add texture to look like real wood or bark. And then I'll give texture of the grass again on this one. If you want, you could put your pictures together. If you wanted both scarecrows together, you could draw them side by side like that. Like a little family of scarecrows. If you want, you could even make one nighttime. I put a little cat in there, the moon, some swirls. You can make one daytime. I put the sun and clouds, and look, there's more crows, more pumpkins. So you could kind of do it like that as well. But I've shown you today 2 different ways to draw a scarecrow. You can put them together. You could keep them apart. It's up to you. Rewind and pause as needed. And maybe if you could make some more of your own design. So you could maybe start with one or both of these, and then you could move on and make some different ones. So it's up to you. And you could add color. You could add more scarecrows. You could add more animals to the background. Really, you're the boss. So whatever you come up with will be fantastico. And I want you to share what you come up with as well. So good luck, have fun, ask questions as needed, and of course pause and rewind the video as needed. Adios, amigos.